the writing process, and we're going to introduce each stage to you in the writing process with writing stories. Okay? So, what is a story? Who can read this for me? Caitlin.
A story is something you write that has a title, beginning, middle, and end. A story also has characters, setting, a main idea, and lots of detail.
Okay, what word up here is circled? Baylor.
Detail.
Detail. Why do you think detail is circled? Sarah?
Because you have to have detail in your stories that you have. If you don't, then they won't be like stories that are like real.
Okay. Why else do we need detail? Timo?
We need detail we need detail because
Forget? Okay. Baylor?
We need detail for our words can make sense.
Okay, so we need it to be descriptive. When I read you the story of the 3 little pigs, if you close your eyes and I read you the story, they use descriptive words where the wolf huffs and puffs, right? Can you picture that in your mind?
Yeah.
Can you picture a wolf huffing and puffing and trying to blow a house down? You can picture it because they use descriptive details within the story, okay? What is a title? Logan, can you read this for me?
This is the name of a story. It will be funny. Found on the cover of a book or at the top of a page.
Good. So the name of the story is the title, right? Give me a couple titles that you know of. David, what's one? Sharks. Okay, that is a nonfiction book that we just read, right? Lance, what's another title?
How about answer?
Okay. Elijah, is that a title of a book? Have you read a book about football? Okay. Timo.
Magic Treehouse.
The Magic Treehouse series. Very good. Okay, what do we do before we write? Drake?
You write.
What do we do?
Brainstorm.
And what does brainstorming mean, Caitlin?
It means that you think of an idea to put in your story.
You think of ideas to put into your story. What else can brainstorming mean? Brody?
Think of a cool title.
Thinking of a cool title at that point. Drake, what else can you do at brainstorming?
Writing sentences and don't use ands, becauses, and buts.
All right, very good. I want you guys to think of an idea, a topic that we can brainstorm about. Okay? Somebody give me a topic. Hayden,
The Buckeyes.
how can we talk about that? Not everybody's familiar with the Buckeyes, so we're not going to brainstorm about that one, okay? Baylor,
Football.
do the girls know a lot about football?
No.
What have we been studying in science? Give me something we studied in science. Haley,
Apples.
what have we been studying earlier? Just now. Nigel? Sea turtles. Great job. Great answer. All right, so we're going to brainstorm about sea turtles.
Were you actually happy?
Can you tell me a little bit about sea turtles? Caitlin?
Mothers go up kind of some years and lay their eggs on their beaches.
Okay, so the mothers come out of the sea to lay eggs. Now, as you see, I'm not writing in complete sentences, am I? Because we're just putting our ideas out there. Sarah, what else?
After the sea turtles come out of their eggs, they go in the water.
Okay, so where do they live?
They live on sea. In the ocean. And they eat there.
Okay, so they live in the ocean. What else about sea turtles? Brody.
Most of them can't get to the sea.
Okay, Brayden?
Some sea turtles go the other way. They fall right in the sea.
Okay. Bailey?
Sea turtles follow the moonlight to the ocean.
Follow the moonlight to the ocean.
Or
Tima?
they eat, sleep, and live in the ocean.
Okay, live in ocean. And we'll put and, eat, and sleep. What color are they? What about their shells? What did we learn about that, Sarah?
That the sea turtle's shells are flat, so they can move faster, because if they're big like a boxer turtle, then they can't move fast away from their enemies.
Okay. So they have flat shells to move faster. What do they eat? Haley?
Jellyfish.
Okay. So they eat jellyfish. What else, David?
Crabs.
Crabs. Okay, so right here what we just did is we just brainstormed about sea turtles. Okay? We just put ideas down onto the Promethean, right? Which if you had a piece of paper in front of you, you would put those ideas on the piece of paper. These are just ideas, they're not complete sentences. Well, the next step after we brainstorm, we would take all of these ideas and put it into what is this? What is this? Hayden?
A web.
A web. And what do we do with the web? Bailey?
We put ideas in it, like when you brainstorm, you put the ideas in the web.
Right. You take the ideas from your brainstorming and you put it into your web, okay? What goes in the middle of our web, Lance?
Title.
The title, or the main idea, what we're talking about, right? Okay? And then around our web goes our details. Who can read this for me? Nice and loud. Baylor.
Details are things that are going to happen in the story. They are also description of people, place, or things.
Okay, so details are things that are going to happen within our story. They are going to talk about people, places, and things. What I want you to do now is we're going to pass out paper, and you guys are going to come up with a topic, and you are going to make a web as to a story that you are going to write. You're going to brainstorm first, then make your web. So brainstorm on one side of the page, make your web on the other side of the page, all right? Is there any questions? So we understand what we're doing? Hayden, you got a question?
Do we turn the paper over and